It's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. Here comes Philip Dorsett now returning. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
On 1, ready?
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The ground. This is Joe Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he spins away. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. B.J. Hill coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now a toss left, puts it on the carpet, it's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
That's a nice play on Carl Lawson's first true season as a Jet, because he missed all of last year with a torn Achilles after signing a big deal with New York in 2021. He's trying to get back to the form he had in Cincinnati, where he had 20 sacks.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Back to the ground with Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Jets at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And now off to the races down the right side. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return, a very good field position. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back back to Mixon on second down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here we go.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
11 empty. 12.
Burrow looking to pass. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jimmy Graham, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
22, check Palmer, 22, check Palmer. Check.
Hall on a give up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Hall again on 2nd down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Dorsett on the return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
11 empty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. So nothing doing there. And it's 2nd down.
11 empty.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To the air again, Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They'll give it to Mixon. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line, down at the 2. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
11.
Another try from Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Come on, ready?
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Ball again on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Exit.
To throw is Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. This one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 2, ready?
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a first and 10 at the 11. An option handoff here to Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Philip Dorsett, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have opened the lead up to 30. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Ken got...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season.
Here we go.
He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Mixing up the middle. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
11, Thomas.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, 26 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And they'll accept that penalty.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Uses the stiff arm. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A big 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Hall, the ball carrier. The tackle made by a loss of 2 yards.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Stop!
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Mixon again, and this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
This is caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now Wilson on first down. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And able to connect with Berrios. Finding space at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right?
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Here we go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On the move to his left. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Burrow on 3rd down. Complete to Dorsett. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Here we go.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got Hurst as tight end. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now it's Burrow. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout. But still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over.